Multitasking here, folks. Boy, why am I struggling this morning? Multitasking here, folks, because we got some big things happening. At the end of the year, we have the Christmas Clash, and I'm telling you, we're going to have a lot of fun. It is Fannin County Park and Rec Invitational Christmas Clash. Last year, there were 64 teams. I don't know how they're setting it up this year, but we're talking about scheduling that. We're going to be doing that between Christmas and New Year's for 3 days. Christmas is Thursday. Wednesday. Right, Wednesday. So we're going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday after Christmas doing that. So we're talking about that. All right. One more time. Cup. Boom. You got to send it to this phone, 706-889-9700. Say Merry Christmas FYN, BKP, FYN and staff, whatever, but it's got to say Merry Christmas FYN on it somewhere. To that number, 706-889-9700. That's the contest rules. There you go, bottom line. All right, free shipping and handling. Now, show them how to get in touch with me. If you don't like what I'm saying, you like what I'm saying, you want to find out more about what I think, there you go. You can email me, you can text me, you can call that number anytime, 24/7. Now, let's go here. All right. I'm looking around the internet. If anybody sees that Governor Kemp has appointed somebody, let me know. Let me start out, number 14. This is the 6th district, okay? And that's Karen Handel. And I want to make sure in the beginning of this, there's nothing that says there's no way I'm going to tell you I dislike Karen Handel. I mean, I do not. I do not dislike Karen Handel. Okay, I think Karen Handel's a good person. Her and her husband, I think is, off the top of my head, I think his name's Steve. They're good people. Okay. She's a career politician. All right. She ran for Senate, ran for governor. She ran for Congress against the child. Remember the child? John Ossoff. She won. Now, the reason I want to talk about this now, because if you tuned in this morning, this is how we ended up. Okay? Now, the reason I want to talk about this, because how we ended up. Now, I'm in fear of the Republican power struggle in Georgia right now. Okay? So here's what happened. Tom Price. He didn't retire. He became HHS secretary, correct? So it left the 6th district of Georgia open. Former district of Johnny Isakson, former district of Newt Gingrich, pretty Republican district, felt pretty good that they could make a move and win this thing, right? So, let me tell you what happens. Same thing happens that we talked about with Senate. Johnny Isakson's retiring. It's not vacant for any other reason, but if, and this one, nobody got appointed, okay? But if, nobody got appointed. The governor can't appoint to the House of Representatives. You have to have an immediate election. So, anyhow, she runs in this, what was there, 7 Democrats, 8 Republicans, 15, 12, whatever candidates. Just like could happen with the Senate. So she runs and she wins. She gets into a runoff. The 2 top vote getters in this big jungle of votes, right, goes to John Ossoff and her. Now her vote, I have the voting. Her vote you have to realize something, and I'm going to bring this stat up. When she ran, interesting that in 2017 jungle primary, there were 3 conservative candidates that totaled 57,000 votes combined versus Karen's 37,000. Okay? That 57,400, you get this, that 57,400 people didn't vote for Karen and voted against her. Okay? So we know that. She ran against Jon Ossoff and barely won. We know if you go back now, the 6th District of Georgia, and I'm in fear Georgia could really fumble this thing up from the governor down with the Senate. Because, see, we got to keep the Senate. We don't have, folks, if we accidentally got a Doug Jones, that knocked legs right from out of us in the Senate. What if we accidentally get a Democrat senator by accident, but it happens? We're not sitting on this super majority. Now, let me remind you of something in the Senate. The Senate is a super majority of 60. Okay? The last time there was a super majority was the first term of Barack Hussein Obama with Darlin Arlen Specter of Pennsylvania that flipped from Republican to Democrat. We have a couple of those out there that could possibly be. We have no cushion, you understand? So if Governor Kemp fumbles, we use fumbles, the Senate pick, we could possibly be sitting on a Democrat senator, right? Exactly. Because what did she do? We have to do a couple things. We got to make sure both of our senators are Republican. We got to make sure Donald Trump wins in Georgia. We got to make sure that we flip the 6th and we save the Senate. Rob Woodall, is that the congressman in the 7th district? He won by 500 votes. Count them, damn it. I'm supposed to be calming down. It's holiday season, but he won by 500 votes. The most narrow margin in the United States of America. 500 votes. That was it. So we have to save the 7th, flip the 6th, keep 2 Republican senators, and put Donald Trump back in the White House. Ba-boom, baby. Keep that focus. So, with Karen up there through that little bit, serenity now. So she runs. When she ran in that off-year election, she was we'll call it lukewarm, very lukewarm. Not hot, not cold, just lukewarm. Every once in a while, she would stay around the circle. Do you support the President of the United States? Oh, Lord, she could go around that circle of Trump. She's a never-Trumper, okay? She'd go around that circle and, I'm afraid to say something in the 6th District about Trump. I'm afraid to say this. I'm afraid to say that. I like the president, but whatever. You can go back to all of her quotes when she ran against Jon Ossoff. And then along came Mary. I don't think that's her name. But anyhow, number 16. Lucy Macbeth. Is it Macbeth or McBride? Whatever her name is, okay? It's just Lucy. Lucy's your congressman now in the 6th District. Handed down by Karen Handel. Now, I had an argument. No, not an argument. Someone argued with me. Wasn't an argument, it's different. Argued with me. That we had an argument. No. Someone argued with me very high up that Karen Handel didn't lose the 6th District because of not going down to see Donald Trump, high up in the Republican Party. And I said, I disagree. My opinion is if Karen Handel would have run a pro-Trump campaign and would have went down and stood on that stage with Brian Kemp, okay, and President Trump, she would have won. Now, I get an argument that I don't have the polling data. I've been told by high-up Republicans in the state of Georgia, you don't have the polling data in the 6th District that shows that the white, suburban, educated women that are running away from Donald Trump. And this lady, gun control, gun control, gun control. Lucy won. I disagree. But what happened? Karen Handel, 14, handed it back over to Lucy. Lucy is running again for re-election. Now, Karen had, and this is the interesting thing, and this is where we're going to leave this segment. Karen Handel had several opponents. So let's go to number 15. Nicole Rodin. Okay. She dropped out this past weekend. She dropped out. Republican primary. Okay. Sixth district. She dropped out. Okay. This guy right here. Brandon Beach, number 17, State Senator, District 21, State Senator Brandon Beach, number 17. Thought to be the best opponent to Karen Handel in that district, well known in the 6th district. He dropped out. Okay. Number 21, this is an AJC headline in an article, number 21. Georgia's 6th Handel nabs key endorsement as GOP rivals melt away. Okay. So we don't know here at Good Morning from the Office. I do not know exactly why. I got some phone calls. Both of our senators, our governors, representatives, you name it, they're running right in and throwing those big endorsements behind Karen. The minute they did, Brandon Beach said, you know what, that he just was not connecting with the district, so he left. Then Nicole Rodin, I think that's her name, Rodin, she wasn't connecting and she left. But it says as GOP rivals melt away, why don't they put in the headline, only one remains? Now, this is number 13. Number 13 is Margire Greene. Now, at this time, Marjorie she's a business owner, okay, construction company. She owns a construction company. I'm pretty sure it's a family business. She committed $500,000 to her campaign, is my understanding. She's still in the race with Karen Handel, all right? You did not read those headlines anywhere that I'm aware of that she has not left the race. I don't know. Maybe if she did, I can't find it in the headlines. So I asked her, I said, I sent her a message that said, are you still running against Karen Handel? She's going to be our guest tomorrow morning at, let me see what time I got. Let me make sure it's correct, okay? Because I don't want to hang tight, chill. She's going to be our guest, Margire Greene, candidate, unless she tells me different, candidate for the 6th District of Congress against number 14, okay? So let's go 14, Karen Handel, okay? Now, why she is being crowned the Republican nominee already in the 6th District before qualifying, why everybody is crowning her for that, because we can't figure out if she's pro-Trump or what. And she's not pro-Trump, no matter what she says. I'll invite her on and let her try to convince me. I mean, I do not dislike her. I will let her try to convince me she's pro-Trump. But she is running right now against number 13, Margire Greene, which, I think I read something. Nicole Dunnan, she got out because her last campaign finance contribution form that she had to fill out, she only raised like $9,000. Now, if memory serves me right, we'll ask. Marjorie has already committed $500,000 to her campaign. So she's not out. And you probably don't see the age. She didn't get the endorsements. And you probably don't see the AJC saying that. The AJC would say something like number 21. GOP Handel Nab's key endorsement as GOP sixth handle as GOP rivals melt away. So we'll ask Margire Greene tomorrow morning at 8:45 if she is going to be the next candidate to melt away and just boom, put the nomination in Karen Handel's hands. 8:45 tomorrow. We'll talk more about that. Let's take a break and we'll come back and wrap up the show.